Mohamed, thank you so much for spending time with us this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rachel. Thank you for being here and thank you for the opportunity. Good to be here.
Oh, thank you. Well, I just want to introduce Mohamed first of all. So this is Mohamed Sanad, and he is the hotel manager at Intercontinental Regency here in Bahrain. I love it because he's wearing his national dress today, which is fantastic. There's no boring suit on. So I just wanted to firstly ask you to give us a brief introduction about yourself, your career to date, and I hear you had an unconventional route into the industry when you started. So what's that all about?
Yeah, it is indeed actually. I will try to summarize my humble career path, where it started 22 years ago at this hotel.
Amazing.
Yes, I've joined as a tennis coach in the recreation department. The reason being because I was a tennis national player and as well a tennis coach.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Don't look at me now.
I'm full of famous people today. Okay.
Don't look at me now. That was 22 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I've had the opportunity to join the hotel and look after the tennis activities, including the entire recreation facilities here within the hotel, which is quite new for me, something that I haven't done before. Even though hotels always captured me because I was a well-traveled individual, traveling around representing the country for tennis and sport. I've done few Davis Cups, the Asian Games, Olympics, and so on and so forth. So I've seen so many hotels, and the hospitality industry and hotels always interest me.
So you must have understood guest expectations, because you obviously had them yourself when you were traveling around.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, those guys behind the offices and how the hotel operation runs. So I've joined this hotel, this established hotel. It's a well-known hotel, obviously, as you know, centered here in Manama. And Intercontinental Regency Hotel is one of the iconic hotels. I mean, back in the 80s, I remember it was one of the tallest buildings.
Wow, really?
In Manama, 12 okay. stories. And everyone has a story within the hotel. It's really interact emotionally with so many guests and locals. So when I joined this hotel, I was thrilled. And I found out that this hotel and the management company offers lots of opportunities for growth.
Okay.
Or for a growth. So the sky's the limit.
So that's what attracted you, obviously.
Yes, the personal growth that the company and the hotel provided, it was really amazing. And I've been given the opportunity to grow within the recreation department, to look after the club. They've sent me in several task force and cross exposures in our sister hotels within the region, just to understand more about the operations and how does a healthy club runs when it comes to profit and loss and marketings and promotions, etc., which widening a little bit my perception towards what can I do next. I mean, this is a phase, a chapter in my career, but I want to do more, and I want to understand the rest of the departments and how does the other operations, functionalities, when it comes to the food and beverage, sales and marketing, and front office, and so on and so forth. So,
which is actually what lots of people don't think about. Like, you know, some of our potential students, they don't realize the number of opportunities within hotels. You know, the financial side, the HR side, the marketing side, the PR. You know, it's things that the general public doesn't often think about.
Yes, and that was the key of my cross training within the hotel. It's all about self-learning at that time, because there was no Vatel and no curriculums
exactly.
and nobody is sponsoring you, but you have to take the initiative by yourself. You've been given the opportunity, but it was all about cross-training, on-job trainings, and then the rest of the tool it's provided to you, and you have to prove yourself wherever you go. So after a few years, when I've done with the recreation department, I've done decent time within the operations department, such as the front office, the guest relations. I moved slightly to the F&B to understand more about the entire culinary functionality, and I spent time within the commercial department, sales and marketing, starting to interact with clients, capturing business, visiting companies, hosting events, and it was the step change to my career because I mixed the operations plus the recreation, and now I'm showcasing the hotel to clients, hosting major events, weddings, and so on. And after that, obviously between all this transition, I've had extensive courses within the company, or as I've said, traveling abroad to gain a practical knowledge within some successful hotels within the region.
So it's good to hear that the Intercontinental Group, IHG Group, is actually, they invest a lot in their staff and their staff development and give you the training.
From that time, and this is one of the strengths of the IHG Hotels group, is the investment on the human capital. And obviously now with all the technology, it's even going farther. Lots of programs and academies and many initiatives that can support those who are willing to grow, and the future stars, the future leaders, the futures, even GMs. So that's the beauty of IHG, which I really respect and adore, the investment on the human capital.
Which is great, which is what hospitality is all about, you know. They keep your staff happy, they'll keep your customers happy.
Especially for the locals and the Bahrainis, because as you know, Rochelle, we do need more Bahrainis, young males and females Bahraini, to join this field. It's exciting, revolving. What I like about
it's lively,
our jobs is the diversity, and working with the cosmopolitan atmosphere, interact with guests, clients, colleagues. It's really gives you the opportunity to discover things that you're not aware of, certain skills that you do have by interacting, by serving guests and meeting clients' expectation. Go for this extra mile will definitely allow you to explore a lot about yourself and about your tasks.
Which is great, because actually, you know, lots of people have invested in Bahrain with new hotels. There's new hotels coming up all the time, which shows that there is definitely a future here for the industry and for the, you know, the young Bahrainis that are coming through now.
Yes.
Which is great for Vatel. It's good for you guys because you want to recruit the students that come through us. So I just wanted to touch on a few things. Like, obviously the pandemic has hit everybody badly, but it's also been a great opportunity to think about how we change, how we develop, how we look after staff as well, because that's been a very difficult time for everyone.
It was a global crisis, I mean, no doubt, and leads to economic downturn. And the hospitality industry, particularly the hotels, got impacted very badly. Airports are closed, countries on red lists, restrictions, name it. So for us as a corporate hotel, and also we depends on a leisure business in a certain time of the year, everything was unexpected, turns in a very challenging way, I must say. But as you've said, I mean, with every challenging situation, there is opportunity. And the company, IHG, have introduced a program. It's mainly about the way of cleaning, partnering with well-known products and chemicals, and quickly the company have introduced this program to the entire hotel within the region. just to secure the traveler's safety and security, and to gain the trust and the confidence of the guest.
And that shows the professionalism of the industry, the fact that you can react so quickly and make people feel welcome and safe in an environment like a hotel.
Indeed, and it's not just about introducing standards or way of cleaning. It's about a full-fledged training to the entire colleagues, and teaching them or equip them with the right way of handling things that the guest is touching in every point of their staying journey.
And even the emotional aspect, I suppose.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a different interaction all the time.
Yes, and it's not just about the guests, it's about also the colleagues. So we're looking at the safety and security of the entire colleagues within the establishment.
Great. So, what can you tell us about our students? I know you've got, I think you've got one student at the moment with you in your front office. I know you've had a few over the years.
Yes.
So as you know at Vatel, it's 50% practical, where the students learn from the leaders within the hotel, such as yourselves, and then it's 50% theoretical, where they learn on the university campus. What do you think Vatel provides the students with for when they graduate?
Well, I mean, being here for such a long time, and my last assignment within the hotel was the director of human resources before I moved to the management team.
Okay.
So I've worked closely with hospitality establishments and institutions, etc. And I've seen many talents that worth investing and developing. And from this experience, I must say that Vatel students are one of the best.
Great.
We've had great talents since the day they started to approach us as hotels to take the student to the practical phase. The selecting criteria that the school is implementing is meeting our own expectation.
Great, that's good to know.
Because obviously the attitude and the knowledge and the interest towards the industry is very important, and I think Vatel is doing a great job when it comes to that selection. It saves us the effort. So
that's my hard work.
Exactly. Yes. So yeah, we've had several students, and I must say they were going through their practical training and the on-job phase through so many departments, and I've seen Bahraini girls wearing their hijab, working in the housekeeping or serving guests during the breakfast. And I see the courage and the confidence that they approach guests within this pandemic situation, asking for details, implementing and complying with the entire procedure. Some of the students are in the kitchen, and I mean the discipline and the creativity they do have towards that section. We also had the students looking after the call center, answering calls and taking inquiries with that kind of confidence, and it's a plus if you have students speaking both languages. That helps a lot. I think they do have a great theory sessions within the university. They do have the right base. The curriculum, I'm sure it's strong enough to give them the opportunity to understand what is hotels all about from admin side of it and from the operational perspective. But for them being here with us for a certain period, looking and witnessed the events and the entire operations, the rush, the different clienteles.
So you can rely on them in a way.
We do, especially in the after their orientation, and get to know the entire hotel. In certain restaurants and in certain area, we do rely on them. And I see the future is bright, and I think.
You've got lots of trainee managers coming up through the pipeline then.
Correct, yes.
That's excellent.
We were looking, I mean, developing the local, to hire, develop, train, and involve and engage the locals is one of our priority.
It just makes sense.
Exactly.
You're born hospitality geniuses.
Yeah, yes, and you do need them within this.
And economically, it's great for the country as well.
And they just implemented now, if you read the tourism strategy recently and the recovery plan up to 2026. And when you go in details, you see that there will be a lot of openings, many hotels across the kingdom from south to north, resorts, and lots of jobs and opportunities will follow. And we need the students and the talents, those who understand what is hotel and hospitality all about. So changing the perception towards this field, it's very exciting. Sky's the limit, as I've said. You can learn a lot, you can explore a lot from yourself.
For sure. And you're working within professional organizations. Some people think hotels are just somewhere to go and sleep or somewhere to go and party or have a lunch, but it's much bigger than that. It's
much more than that. And one of the students, I remember, still her family doubting the hotel industry and how come she's gonna work in a hotel. So she suggested, and we obviously give the go signal that if she can invite her parents here and to go around the hotel and to understand more and to meet the local leadership within the hotel, which we endorsed that. And then when they do visit the hotel, they seemed like, it's not what we think.
Exactly.
There are some.
It's much bigger than everyone thinks.
There are some senior people here and lots to learn and look at the areas. Where do they eat? Where do they sit and learn? There is a training center. There is a proper HR department. There are manuals and e-learnings and so many to offer, and that really help. That parents also need to understand that it is a future opportunity for their kids, and they can accelerate faster than any other field.
Exactly, and I think there's so much investment in this industry as well.
Yes.
And it is one of the, like you said, one of Vision 2030 and all that. So
it's all related.
Which is
together.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's our 40th birthday this year at Vatel. Not mine. It's Vatel's 40th birthday. So we've been, trying to work out this 50% method of delivery for our students for 40 years. So I think it's kind of on track now. So it's good to know that it's working from your side.
Yeah, congratulations first for your 40th anniversary.
Thank you.
It's remarkable. And at the same time, we celebrating two major occasions this year, especially in this month. One is globally and one is locally. So talking about the global one, ISG celebrating their 75th anniversary of establishing the Intercontinental brand.
Wow, you're double the age of us.
Yeah,
nearly.
Exactly, nearly. So 75 years, it's a diamond anniversary. The first hotel was opened in Brazil back in the 40th, 1949.
Wow.
That was the first hotel. And then in Middle East, Venetia and Lebanon during the 60s, followed by Jordan, Egypt. And here within our GCC region, Riyadh obviously was the first, followed by Abu Dhabi and As, and so on. Now we have almost
Muscat. When was
Muscat as well? Yeah, within that range. They all, late 80s, beginning of 90s. So, and the journey continues. I mean, now we do have around 200 intercontinental hotels around the world.
Amazing. So there's all the transfer opportunities as well.
And having said that, our hotel this November, and this coming to be precise, 27th of November, we will celebrate our 41st anniversary. So 1 year ahead of you guys in Vatel.
Great. So I'm going to come for some cake.
Yes. So 41 years for this hotel.
And you've been there for half of the time.
Half of the period, 2 decades. I spent 2 decades of my life here in this hotel. I mean, remarkable story. As I said at the beginning, we really touch the people in Bahrain in so many ways. I mean, parents have celebrated their wedding here in the hotel, and then after 40 years, their son or daughter will get married at the same hotel, same ballroom.
Great stories.
They're looking for the same room or the suite, so they do remember this. So, and many occasions. I mean, we were part of so many international and local events.
Lots of memories.
Lots of memories. So I'm very proud to be part of this journey for the last 2 decades, and hopefully more to come.
No, I love it. It's a great story.
I would like to see new talents, new young stars and students to really consider joining us within the industry, and they should give us the opportunity.
I'm always searching for them. I'm
Yes.
trying. I go fishing all the time.
It's part of your role, and we are obviously very much happy to assist and help, and very eager to have them with us and to be part of their success.
Well, thank you, Mohamed. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Michelle. Thanks for coming.
Thanks
It's
again.
great to.
And we'll come and see you soon for the 41st birthday.
Yes.